We continue to follow the latest out of the village of Cary. That's where liquid pig manure flowing into Poverty Run Creek is causing the water to turn red. The Ohio EPA says it hasn't seen any impacts on wildlife from the spill so far and is reminding people the creek is not a drinking water source. We're learning more about the frightening situation at the Key Bank in Point Place. This all unfolded Friday afternoon at the Suter Avenue branch. Police say Keith Johnson allegedly tried to rob the bank, but ended up shooting himself. The bomb squad was called in as a precaution, but didn't find any additional threats. The Federal Trade Commission says Americans lost close to $790 million last year to scams where criminals posed as law enforcement or a government official.
And authorities nationwide are now seeing a rise in an old scam.
People are getting calls from others claiming to be law enforcement, saying they missed jury duty and there's a warrant out for their arrest. Then they'd get a phone call saying they'd have to pay a fine. If you buy energy drinks, you might want to check on one specific brand that could be in your fridge right now. According to the FDA, some packs of High Noon vodka seltzers were mislabeled as Celsius Astro Vibe energy drinks in the sparking blue Raz Edition cans. A Walgreens in East Toledo is becoming a hot spot for police calls. Many in the neighborhood rely on the Woodville Road location, but some say it's also become a magnet for theft. We're following the latest on a growing concern, not just in the Toledo area, but across the country. Kratom is a Southeast Asian plant that has made its way into everything from diet supplements, beverages, and even synthetic drugs. Neighbors in one West Toledo neighborhood say drivers are flying down their street. With construction nearby and the start of the school year just days away, they want people to slow down. On Bucklew Street, the posted speed limit is 25 miles per hour, but neighbors say some drivers treat that like a suggestion.
2 days before his sit-down with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
While the White House says details for Friday's meeting are still being finalized, it's working to temper expectations.
This is a listening.
Details are emerging about tomorrow's meeting between President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin.
The talks are expected to take place at Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson. That's a military airfield in Anchorage, Alaska. We're just hours away from President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin meeting face-to-face in Alaska. This is a live look at Air Force One as the president gets ready to head to that meeting, where he hopes to broker an end to Moscow's invasion of Ukraine.
Police in the nation's capital are now under federal control.
President Donald Trump says he's deploying hundreds of National Guards troops to the city this week, claiming there's a spike in violent crime. But D.C.'s mayor is pushing back with data showing crime has dropped 26% since this time last year.
Before we had high-speed internet, the internet was a very different place than what we know today.
Yeah, and for those of us old enough to remember dial-up, it's finally disappearing for good.
AOL.
And we're getting a live look right now at Jeep Fest. It kicked off last night with the block party, and the fun continues today with the all Jeep parade at 10 o'clock, so just less than an hour to go. They're getting set up right now. There will be vendors, a Jeep exhibit, food trucks, a family fun zone, and so much more. Northwest Ohio's favorite beach party is back tonight. The 2025 Barefoot at the Beach is here, and the fun is all for a good cause, raising money for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Toledo. Laura Sandlin joins us live this morning at Maumee Bay State Park. Laura, good morning. Tell us a little bit more about what people can expect tonight and, of course, the great cause behind it.
At Chick-fil-A in Findlay, guests are treated to the outstanding customer service the chain is known for.
Everything okay for you?
Yeah, thank you.
But unlike other locations across the country, this one has BB.
Everything okay for you folks?
Hi. Yes, we're doing great.
How are you?
86-year-old Burdette Schneider, also known as BB, has been at Chick-fil-A for just over a month.
Delivering food or cleaning the tables and stuff like that. Making sure all the guests are happy.
He left a different chain in town for this one.
I'll be 87 next month. This would really be a nice place because I watched everybody work. They work like a team, just like a football team.
And he's already making an impact with guests.
When I've come in, I would be more like, okay, I'm the outsider coming in because I'm not from this area. BB comes in, they say, oh, it's BB. I said, I know, isn't my greatest, BB.
But BB isn't paying attention to the love he's getting from them.
Thank you so much.
Okay, my pleasure.
For him, it's about the service.
Try to have your service right up there so that when they leave here, they're happy, so that they'll not only come back here, but if they're traveling, they'll stop at another Chick-fil-A's.
And making sure his own team is taking care of one another.
And if I'm here to hear solo, they'll come over and say, is there anything you need? Can we help you? You know, and so forth and that. It's a team effort here. And it's just so amazing how everybody works together.
BB learned that team mentality early on. He played football for Ohio State in the 50s.
I was the starting quarterback in the freshman team at Ohio State in '57. Jimmy Herbstreit, which is Kirk Herbstreit's father, Tom Maddie, and Jim Tyronell, they were in the freshman team with me.
But BB's got a bigger goal too. He wants to pay off the house he and his wife bought in 2009.
So if something that ever happened to me, my wife and the kids, they don't have to go pay that house off.
He plans on being at Chick-fil-A until he's 90.
I just love working here. Everybody's so friendly. They greeted me with open arms.
And that's exactly how BB plans to serve guests until then.
I just keep trying to smile and do my job and make them happy so that they want to come back. It just seems to come natural for me.
In Findlay,
My pleasure.
Sophia Perricone, WTOL 11.